today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Taking on the Green Bay Packers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Joined by Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it is finally time to kick off another NFL regular season. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now a first carry for their fullback. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Nine yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, Black. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Black, flushed out right. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. He's got room at the 30. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off Week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw. Black. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw again. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 8 yards out, and the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that, what a lot of offenses say?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener, and they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all 3 of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in week 3 and then Chicago in week 5. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Black.
Throw out wide to Walker. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carter.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it.
Looking to throw. Black. Touchdown, Vikings. A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Now a draw play. It's Walker.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend.
It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the 2nd half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos.
Throwing to start the drive. Black. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down. Black. And Walker has it.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Black. He finds his man. Complete. That's Carter.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, Black caught by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw on 2nd down. Black, he finds his man, complete. That's Carter.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Black, he finds his man, complete. That's Jordan.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Another touchdown through the air for them.
We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Black eluding the pressure right.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On 1st down, Black.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And they'll work this down inside the 30. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
Looking to throw on second down. Black. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Back to throw. Black. He finds his man. Complete. It's Carter. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further. Now following the field goal, what can this offense do? We're about to find out. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they surrendered 3 points, and now after the kickoff, this offense gets ready to take over the football.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So the Packers down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Minnesota, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.